The issue you raised is about farmers being cheated.
Yes, I found it.
Now, contract farming is not new, but the problem is that there is lack of inclusivity there.
Exactly.
Farmers are not included. They are not on the table for negotiation. It is one of the key to them. He was talking about private sector. What of the government setup?
So that's why I said.
What happened to Anchor Borrower Program?
Exactly.
Anchor Borrower Program is a type of the contract farming approach. I can tell you fact and figure. A few years back, I will not mention it, I will not mention businesses here. When the land was being plowed by private sector at around 12,000 per hectare, what was inputted into contract farming, aquaculture program, was to plow land at about 22,000 per hectare. I can't remember about 22 per hectare. When private sector will plow at 12,000, that is not, even though that is still private, because they work with anchors. Anchors are private, but that is being done under CBN Anchor Borrower Program. The target of contract farming approach is to help farmers to have access, but also have interest in getting resources. Farmers have interest in having access to input, having access to markets, and then the two come on the board. But the benefit is supposed to be that the farmers have access to those inputs at reduced price. And that brings us back to what I've mentioned before, mindsets. Not even subsidized now. It is government that can subsidize. Private sector, because you are coming, instead of the Imafon going to buy, and you are working with all the farmers there, you order the input from the factory. What about land at 5,000 naira, land at 3,005? You have reduced the cost of production. No, that is not subsidy. You are bringing the produce directly for them, buying at a lower cost, unlike them going to Akure to go and buy on the retail price. But you are bringing that because you are dealing with a large number of farmers. So the cost of production is coming down. That will reflect on the food we buy outside.
Exactly.
Because when the production is low, cost of production is low, the market price will come down. Now, come back to the issue of saying, mindset. Our mindset is to cheat. We want to capitalize on opportunity. Somebody gets to your shop. You know this thing will go for 100 naira. You need that, but you say it's 400 naira. Where would the man start negotiating? You will try to negotiate maybe to 250, 300, and you still settle down person. That's a wrong mindset. Your 100 naira for the product already carry your profits, but you saw the man as naive, and you try to capitalize on his ignorance, and you cheat the person. So it's not about God. Government will not be on the table to go and negotiate with those farmers. But because the farmers are desperate, they don't have means. So what they say to them, they get. But the truth matter is, we need to have them to understand. When farmers are on board, you all sit down together. Okay, this chemical is sold in the market, or the fertilizer at these rates. We are going to give it to you at this rate. They knew that this fertilizer is being sold at that price in the market, and you are giving to them at 200 naira below the cost. They will get to work with you. But when they see that you are cheating them, you won't cheat them second time. But you want to go with your cheating. The time you are coming back for your products, they will do what we call side selling. And then there is crisis. And one of the principal needs for such an arrangement of working with farmer is the place of trust. Once you cannot have the trust in place, there is a problem. Farmers also should be able to keep to the agreement. Somebody gives you resources, like he said. they will deduct the money from the produce, but you are going to sell more than half of the produce before it comes around to pick those products. So, who is the senior cheat? Smart farmer. So, let me tell you, it's one major area, and I think I need to say this here. These are part of what we are exposing youth to now in our training. But we have introduced a course that we call contract farming. Not just contract farming, we call inclusive contract farming. We are teaching that to build a mass of knowledgeable youth about the way agri should be. What we are doing in Nigeria is we want to produce and then look for markets. That's a wrong model of production. We supposed to start with markets before production and then with markets. But because there is no arrangement, just read that, let me produce this. I was telling the students, last week Wednesday, I was in their class, having an introductory class on the contract farming course. I said, somebody said something a few years back, about 3-4 years, a particular Christmas period. I said, that is the period you will see broilers, turkey, riding jeep. They laugh. I said, how? Because during the week of Christmas 2 days, we've always chicken, assuming that people will buy chicken. Who says that? And then, when no market comes, 2 days of Christmas, we load our jeep that your wife cannot sit on or sit inside. And then you put chicken there and stay under the bridge at Ojama. Because there is no market, there's no arrangement for marketing before you plant. That's the problem where we find ourselves. So I told you that somebody said that year that we have more chicken in the market than the population in that particular city. So something is wrong. Now, if those youth have some understanding, then some of them can become rural facilitators who can be a negotiator or facilitator between farmers and the processors and people that want to buy in bulk. That will set them through the process of agreement. Let farmers understand what they are going into. If there are any yes, but and we are not saying there's no job. So it's a side thing. This is not our curriculum, but these are some of intervention points that are coming through international. Thank God, mommy mentioned issue of deforestation and the rest. Now, the parameter there is no European projects. The key focus of any European project now is agroecology, sustainable agriculture, agroforestry. Presently, I'm developing curriculum and farmer training on cassava agroforestry because the climate is changing. We have not seen the climate change.
But they are the cause. So they must invest.
Why? They must invest. They want to protest.
And because of their problem.
They are the cause. They cause the problem because you listen to them. We did not believe in our own system. And we all join on together. We destroy the system. And then now is the time to bring back the system. I mentioned something a few days ago. Are we in July yet? You have that kind of massive flood in Bokwa. What will happen July, August, September? Now we are doing maybe we are creating IDP camps now. Where they move people to government intervention. But have we solved the problem? What caused the flood? The water is not moving to anywhere. Soon, later in the year, we soon hear that Cameroon want to open that. What have we done? The months. So just to see that you are saying that they cause the problem. When they have crisis, they have the way out. They have emergencies facility. But here, like you said, God is the one watching over you. Where are the facilities? All your daughters, they are japa. Nurses. So, it's a serious one.